Good evening. I'm Daniel Vigirwa Mwanje, clinical psychologist in Uganda. This evening I'm sharing with you on sleep-awake disorders. When we talk of sleep-awake disorders, it refers to a condition or condition that affect the quality, the amount and the length of sleep that affects or that leads to daytime distress and impairs on our functionality. There are several of them. All over they may, you will find they mention around 80, but I will have few which I will pick and I talk about. I will just only highlight in their categorization. Then maybe in the next episode I will talk about their types. I first look at their causes. Sleep-awake disorders are caused by physical conditions. In physical condition, it may be as a result of how you are feeling at the moment, like you have heart disease, like asthma, like pain, like nerve condition. Another cause is psychiatric conditions. This one will refer to mental health issues which somebody is going through at the particular moment. Maybe it may be depression, it may be anxiety disorder or stress, as I earlier mentioned and talked about in my presentation, and talk about stress and its effects. Stress, when it affects you, attacks you, it means it impairs on your amount of sleep. Also, it may be as a result of substance use. In substance use, it may be the most abused of substances which are culprits of sleep-wake disorder is alcohol and caffeine. Caffeine are got in coffee, chocolate, sodas, and tea leaves in excess. Also, it may be as a result of medical condition. When we talk of medical condition, it means that you are undergoing maybe treatment and you are taking medication, and the medication which you are taking is causing you to have too much sleep, and it affects the quality and amount of sleep, hence a sleep-awake disorder. There are some people who take medication which sedate them, whereas others take medicine which cannot allow them to sleep well, inhibit sleep. Also, another cause, which is the cause number 5, may be as a result of irregular schedules. These irregular sleep schedules disrupt biological clocks. Naturally, in our brain, we have biological clocks, and when you subject that biological clock, irregular sleep schedule, it means that it can no longer time you when you should sleep and when you should wake up, hence causing sleep-awake disorder. Another factor may be as a result of low levels of certain chemicals or minerals in the brain, such as melatonin, which is the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. And lastly but not least, it may be as a result of genetic factors. Genetic factors that mean that maybe it runs into the family and you are the culprit, you have inherited. After looking at the causes, I want to dive into categorization of sleep disorder. The major categories are insomnia. Insomnia refers to difficulty in falling asleep and staying asleep. You find it is so difficult for you to fall asleep, and when you are lucky you fall asleep, it becomes difficult for you to sleep until morning. Then the second category is sleep-related breathing disorder. This one, during sleeping, the breathing tends to change, or the pattern of breathing changes, leading to like condition like sleep apnea, leading condition like snoring, etc. The third category is hypersomnolence. In hypersomnolence, you have trouble in feeling alert during the day. meaning that during the day you have frequent sleep attacks. You cannot easily remain alert during the day. Then another fourth one is circadian rhythm sleep. In this one, the internal clock makes it difficult for you to fall asleep and wake up in time. If you are lucky you sleep, then it means that you find it difficult to wake up. The fourth one is parasomnias. Parasomnias, that is a category, meaning that this one refers, or you have the physical actions and verb expression which happens during sleep, which includes like sleepwalking, sleep talking, others they do eating while asleep. Yes, you will hear those usually to be common in high school, and they would tell us that somebody is doing in Uganda, they call it okuli ekitambo, but it's not true, it is a sleeping disorder, maybe. Then another one is sleep-related movement disorders. During sleep, there are certain movements. It involves certain movements during sleeps, like rolling over the bed, or the urge to wake up and start walking. That is another category. After looking at the categorization, I look at the signs of sleep disorders. What are the signs? Number one sign, all signs are associated with the categories I have mentioned above. Difficulty in falling asleep, sign number one. Number two, trouble staying asleep throughout the night. Feeling tired during the day despite getting enough sleep. Difficulty in performing regular daytime activities. You find it difficult to do daytime regular activities. Snoring or gasping for breath during sleep. People snore or they gasp for breath during sleep. Unusual movement behavior during sleep. Feeling like you need to move when it's time to relax. That is another sign. Also another one is feeling like you cannot walk immediately after sleep. After sleep, you need some other 15 or 30 minutes to sit and orient yourself, and you begin walking. Then also daytime sleepiness. You fall asleep while performing routine activities. After looking at the signs, we dive into what are the risk factors and who are the people who are at high risk of experiencing sleep-awake disorders. Number one, those with underlying medical conditions, like I earlier mentioned, asthma, heart attack, and psychiatric conditions. Number two, those who are experiencing stress. Stress affects sleep in a continuum, negative or positively. You lack sleep or you sleep too much. Those who work in late shifts, as I earlier elaborated in my discussion, because that one disrupts biological clock that is responsible for regulating sleep. Then those who have history of sleep-awake disorder in their family. As I earlier mentioned, that one of the causes is genetic factor. Then new research has suggested that sex is also another cause, especially it has indicated that females experience sleep-awake disorders more often than males. One of the biological explanations for this is that females in their lifetime, they experience 3 cycles in their menstrual. There is premenstrual, there is menstrual, there is after menstrual when they are towards ovulation. Or during those periods, the body changes, the hormones changes, and how they change, it impacts the body differently, and also the amount of sleep. From a person who has, I discussed with a lady whom we shared knowledge, and she told me when she is in those cramps and those warning signs, she feels fatigued, meaning that she needs to sleep each and every moment, even during menstrual, the same, and after she starts gaining energy and coming back to stable. It can be a reason why research suggests that sex is a predisposing factor. The last one is age. New research suggests that adults above 65 years of age, at least they have one sleep-awake disorder. You wonder why you will find people who are aged adults, wherever they are, they tend to sleep a lot, meaning that those who are handling them, you need to consider that. Then, after that one, you ask, why sleep disorder? Why sleep-awake disorder a concern in mental health, and why should I waste my time listening to this guy talking about sleep-awake disorder? Sleep-awake disorder is associated with the following dangers, the following problems. If you don't get enough sleep, you are prone to experience the following challenges, dangers. 1, difficulty in learning, difficulty in remembering, difficulty in making decisions. You see, those are important aspects which you should not miss, so you aim at having quality sleep. Now, another one, it leads to personality changes, especially people who don't get enough sleep tend to be moody and have irritable moods. And then also it leads to low reaction time. This one impacts those who are in aviation, meaning is a pilot, he cannot react at the required time. And those who are driving, they cannot balance when they should step on brake, the clutch, and the acceleration. Plus those who are responsible for reaction. Also, it leads to the following health conditions. 1, it leads to depression with its associated problems. It leads to obesity. Maybe people nowadays, there are very many supplements, herbalists who are on all over social media trying to tell people how to reduce on their size with minus looking at other factors which may be causing obesity. So one of them is sleep. You might have used all supplements, but things are not working out. Please check on your sleep hygiene and the quality and amount and length of sleep you have. Also, it leads to type 2 diabetes as it is associated with stress. Then it leads to heart disease. It leads to dementia. Dementia, this is inability to remember. You start forgetting. And where the worst becomes the worst, it leads to death. As I earlier said, this one is especially for breathing, sleep-related disorders. Then how do I manage now that I have known? Now that I have known the dangers, how do I manage? 1, management and treatment. Number 1, the entry point is lifestyle changes. In lifestyle changes, you look at improving sleep hygiene. What are the things which are in sleep hygiene? In sleep hygiene, you look at the nature of the room where you sleep. That is the light, the noise, the smell. Yes, that is sleep hygiene. And what do you do before you go to sleep? Some people zoom a lot on TV, zoom a lot on screens, and yet they want quality sleep. It means the blue light in the eyes will make it or will impede the speed at which the sleep will catch you. This under lifestyle changes, you need to reduce on caffeine and alcohol for those who like taking alcohol. Also, you have to establish a regular sleep pattern. As I earlier said, when it is not regular, it disrupts the sleep clock or the biological clock. The second one is medical treatment. In medical treatment, there are some treatments which are specific for sleep apnea, like continuous positive airway pressure. This one is for sleep apnea. Maybe people may need to undergo surgery, then also may need to go some transplants, also being given supplements like supplements which have melatonin to induce on sleep, and where also the use of sleeping pills prescribed by medics, professionals